In today's video, I am going to be showing you how to embroider on sequins fabric. Hello beautiful people, welcome back to another video. I am Tanish Fortson, your favorite virtual embroidery coach. So super excited once again about the video for today. We are embroidering sequins fabric. I'm going to show you how to embroider on sequins when you are using a t-shirt. I do have a design out. Right now it is a custom sequin designs, and it is the intersecting double letter sequins that's pretty popular right now. Now, I've been doing this for a year and a half or so, making these letters intersect, but as of right now, they are super popular and a lot of people are doing them. So I did decide to offer customs for anyone who wants their own letters custom digitized. So we are embroidering on this ARB blank shirt. It is obviously for my 6-year-old daughter. We are going to do her initials. Now for my custom design, I do offer 2 letters. I may take it up to 3 just in case you guys want to do all 3 initials, but I'm not sure as of yet. Just right now they are kind of stacked and they intersect. So let me show you the materials that we are going to be using. This is my favorite stabilizer. It is premium 3-ounce soft cutaway stabilizer that I get from United Thread. I got this purple sequins glitter from Mia Fabrics and they are on Etsy. Typically I like to use HTV glitter, which I may switch it. I didn't have this color right here. This is almost like a teal. And I have really been on this teal and purple mission because those are my brand colors. I really love how the combination looks together. But yeah, just glancing in my drawer of glitter HTV, I do not have a teal. So we are going to be using this twill that is in a teal color. Now this is, I don't remember exactly what it's called because I did order mine from Stall, but I know if you order from Twill USA, this is called Tackle Twill. And it has the sticky adhesive on the backside, so you don't need to add the 505 spray, and I love that for this. I probably will set up a cut file real quick just because I'm not a fan of cutting twill at all. So otherwise, my materials, I will be using this Mighty Hoops backing holder along with the 8x9 Mighty Hoop. Let's get this shirt hooped. So y'all know I'm not a fan of hooping without a hooping station. It is extremely difficult for me, not measurement wise, but just getting this piece right here inside of my hoop. It's a real struggle for me. I don't do a lot of kids stuff. Well, actually, I really only do stuff for my own kids, and half of the time I really don't do a lot for them. So this right here is pretty tight and it's hard for me to get on here. So I do have to put a little muscle in it. Actually on there pretty good. So I'm just gonna cut away the excess. Alrighty, so let me see. Where do we want this design to start embroidering? It is spring break and my kids are home, so you will hear them in the background playing. I think I'm gonna order a 10x10 Mighty Hoop, something that is a little bit bigger than this one that'll still fit kids' shirt. Let me know if you guys have the 10x10 Mighty Hoop and if you like it or not for the bigger kids' garments. So I need to pull that down a little bit. I need to straighten my seams. All right, everything looks straight to me. I'm not gonna fret over it too much. Bring this to the edge of the table. Okay. I need to change the bracket size on my machine. Whoops, this is gonna start a little bit lower than I would like, just because this line right here is all the way up there. So it'll probably start about right where my finger is at, which I'm actually okay with. This is hooped pretty tight. So what I am going to do is put some heat and bind light on this and get my fabric hooped. This purple is really beautiful. I don't know how much I need. I'm just going to cut half. Ooh, I just got my beautiful yellow shirt all dirty. And just shake that on the floor. I will vacuum after the video. All right, so we got our sequins and now let's cut a piece of twill. All right, you guys, it took me all of like 1 minute to make the cut template. So we are just going to stick it on just like this. Ooh, there's some air bubbles. All right, so we have the mat. We have the mat loaded. We have the beautiful sequined fabric. I am going to put this right there. Let's get this shirt on the machine. I did take the backing holder off. There have been occasions where I forgot. Let's do a quick trace. All right, I have already pushed this up as far as it could go. I probably should have rehooped it to get the perfect placement, but we'll live. But it probably should be about 1/4 of an inch higher. To me, it's not worth rehooping. So the first stitch is going to be the placement stitch for the twill. So I am going to hit go for this, and then I'm going to come right here and we are going to load to the mat to get the twill. All right, my studio is in shambles. I will get to cleaning it later. And oh, I wanted to actually, you guys see the packages right there. So that is from AJ Blank, Angela Jasmina. And then I got some more Mylar, and then I got some more Rhinestone. So we'll kind of look at that together. But I'm just gonna hit the button for this to be accepted. I'm gonna push stuff out the way. So the tack down stitch already finished. So this should take a second to cut. And we are done, folks. Easy peasy. Ooh, this is a new mat and it is pretty strong. All right, I am done with this. When I say I'm using all my might, that took all my little might. All right, so this is the twill that has the adhesive on the back. So you don't need to spray it with 505 spray. So I only inflated this by 1 millimeter. And technically we do not need the tack down stitch, but this is how the digitized file will come. It will come with a tack down stitch. So I'm not changing anything. This is exactly how you will get the file. All right, that is on there pretty good. Let me look at this placement. Oh, I wish it was up a little bit more, but we'll live. All right, where are my sticks? Okay, so now that we have the tack down stitch, we are going to do the covering stitch, which is a 5 millimeter satin stitch. All right, let's get this open. These are the AJ Blank's brand new corded crews. I did pre-order these, so I don't know if she has any more. Let me hide my address. But I got a medium because they said oversized. But the colors that I got, pink, cream, light purple, and red. Oh, these have a little bit of weight to them. They are oversized. Maybe I should have got a small. Wink, wink. Oh, but I like them. I may try them on at the end of this video. Here's the pink. Her information, Angela Jasmina, medium. Oh my God, this is so cool. This is kind of big though. You guys know that I don't like an oversized fit on my clothes. Here is the lavender or light purple and the red. I love the wash in the red. It's not like a super bright red. It's just like the right type of red. So I may save this for Christmas. All right, so last week you guys see me show this Mylar. I did order some different colors because this was like silver, gold, and iridescent. But now I have pink, lavender, red, blue, green, and cranberry. So I just got some different colors. I really want to do some mylar designs. I just think it's so beautiful. So there's some of the colors. And I'm actually going to put it in one container. And then I got some more rhinestones. So I do get my rhinestones off of Amazon. I'm not super picky about my rhinestones. Like I said, I'm really not selling product at the moment. However, if I was selling this, I would use the highest quality product and charge a premium for that. So I don't know how sparkly this looks on camera. And then this was a shirt that I was wearing a couple videos ago. So I don't know how the light is hitting it, but I mean, it gives off enough shine. I'm gonna make some left chest logos for my logo. Oh, and you guys, I got a lot of questions about this logo. So this was a shirt that I wore in the last video. You guys thought that I used Mylar. These are my fill stitches. These are how my fill stitches look. I love fill stitches. I love making designs with heavy fill stitches. It's just something about fill stitches. Just the shine and how they look when they are well constructed. Yeah, it's fill stitches with a satin border around them. Let's put these away. So I did get this rhinestone. Well, if I had my choice, I probably would have got something bigger because all of the rhinestones do not fit in this container. And I thought it was bigger, but it's not that big. So let me put the camera down a little bit. All right, so this is what I have. It came with 6 of these bins and they are stackable and you can hang them on the wall as well. But I don't care for them that much because they're not big enough. And this is what I was using previously. And these really aren't big enough, but I like this because they're just easily accessible. This right here, you kind of got to navigate. You got to go, when you stick it back in, you got to go down and then like slide it in. And I don't want to be doing all that. And I especially don't want rhinestones to spill. Oh, so like I just dropped some rhinestones and if it had been this right here, they would have spilled everywhere. So I may need to rethink this whole rhinestone situation. All right, so this is the larger thing of rhinestones. They usually come in this size right here, and these are about $7.99. Honestly, I just like the price. That's why I get these. They are good enough to make samples on. And this big thing is 20 bucks. Let's cut this off and let's pour in here. These are so pretty. It's like an amber. It just reminds me of like a nice fall day. All right, I'm gonna stop right there. So that's how much I'm gonna leave in. And now I'm gonna fold this bag and I am going to put it back in my drawer because I did fill the other ones too much, if I'm being honest. Let's go like that. And let's get this last one filled. I actually have some more coming of the bigger sizes. They just didn't arrive today, although they were supposed to. Now, I actually really can't complain. I did order these yesterday, so. Oh, this blue is so beautiful. This is Capri Blue, and this is Topaz. And both of these are SS10. Oh, so pretty. I'm in love. I don't know if rhinestones, everybody's doing it, and they might be a little played out, but prepare to be sick of me with these. I probably won't sell that many designs though, but all of my stuff will be blinged out. All right, let's put these back. All right, so while I was over there, this did the final covering satin stitch for the base layer, and then I also had it set to do the sequined placement stitch. So if you guys can see the white thread, this is a sequins placement stitch. So here's my beautiful sequin fabric. What I am going to do is lift my presser foot and I'm going to slow the machine down to about 700 stitches per minute. I go about 7 clicks. Now I just slowed the machine down. So let's go. So I always do a double run for the tack down stitch because you need to get a really, really close cut. And I don't want anyone to accidentally cut the stitches and then the tack down stitch starts to come up. Or sometimes when a tack down stitch is cut, you can actually cut the fabric or cut the sequins fabric too much and it won't cover properly. Okay, I'm going to take this off. I do recommend that you guys cut off the machine. So let's go to my table and get this cut. All right, if you don't have a good pair of applique scissors, I would recommend to get some. You need a very close cut and you need a clean cut in order to get the adequate coverage. So these are the 6-inch ginger scissors. I am pulling upward while I'm cutting, okay? That's why I recommend cutting off the machine. If you guys see me cutting on the machine, I've made that video appear as if I'm cutting on the machine. I really pull it off to cut it, just so that I can get a very clean cut. And also so that while I'm getting this clean cut and it's very close, I don't want to accidentally cut the shirt. So I am cutting and pulling at the same time. I'm also going to rotate the shirt as I'm cutting. And I can already, oh, never mind. No, I didn't. I thought that I cut the stitches. So remember, pulling and cutting. That's why I do a double tack down stitch. Okay, so I do have these finger holders inside of mine and they don't fit the best. They will slip off. These are metal and it saves my fingers from callousing. My girls have been on spring break and they have been playing so good with each other. All right, so I got all this cut and I'm gonna go through and kind of clean it up a little more. When I say you need a close cut, you need a very close cut. So you can do this with a machine, but I don't know how much I like it on the machine. So I just always resort back to hand cutting. Oh yeah, and then for your tack down stitches, you guys see how I use white? You always want to use a contrasting color so that you can actually see what you're cutting. Because like I said, I have literally cut my stitches up. All right, let me just check this bobbin case. Okay, we're good. I have my solvy on top, and that's just going to keep everything really tidy and not have the sequins just kind of going every which way direction. I did kind of push them all inside of the design versus letting them go any direction. Okay, I do like to do that. I did do a really close cut. That's really important. But you can also use a cutting machine or a laser. Every time I try on something, I always forget the mic. But I just wanted to show you the fit of these corded crews. So I am wearing a size medium. Now I am about 5 foot 10 inches tall and I'm about 175 pounds. So there's a lot of room in the band area. So if you guys are like wider around the hips and the bottom, I'm not, so it's probably baggy on me. Would recommend sizing down because it is an oversized fit. Like I probably could have gotten away with a small just because I'm not the type of person, I don't like the bag. Like I don't like the extra room in here. I like a snugger fit. But yeah, I absolutely adore these. I may order some more colors if she still has them available. Now I forgot to mention that I am using a 7511 needle and I am going 700 stitches per minute. The 7511 needle is ballpoint. It is a titanium needle as well. It's not necessary to use a titanium needle. It's just the needle that I have on the cone that the purple thread is on. All right, so this is done. That was a thread. I thought it got embroidered through. All right, let me step back. This is how it looks. All right, let's clean this up, lint roll, and get it pressed. Okay, so let's first start by taking off the solvy, the tweezers to get the rest of the solvy out. I didn't get a close enough cut in one area. But let me see if I can just take those off. Okay, so every single area looks good. There is a little of the sequined velvety fuzz sticking out, but you know, I'm like a stickler. I'm like a psycho when it comes to stuff like this. Okay, so it's this little, where is it? It's this little area right here. Not a big deal though. This looks so good. All right, now we are going to cut the salvie off. I may let my daughter model it tomorrow. So this stabilizer is really, really soft. All right, let's get this pressed. And honestly, you guys, look at the back of the stitching. Like there is no thread to trim. This is clean, clean. All right, everything has been pressed, and my only complaint is that I probably should have hooped this a little further up. This needs to be about a 1/4 to a 1/2 inch higher. I'm just playing with the sequins. They're all like, they've just been pressed, so they're all facing like downward. I kind of like the messy look of them. All right, ready guys? Okay, so looks really, really good. I'll probably let my daughter wear it tomorrow. If you guys have any questions about how to stitch my double applique sequin designs, just leave them below. This design is available for purchase. Just to let you guys know, it is my birthday weekend, so I am having a sale on all of the courses and all of my designs with the code YouTube. So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.